Hello? Testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, let's make a simple but delicious dinner. Salt and pepper. Some garlic powder. Onion powder. Just a bit of oil for when I flip this. I'm making some chicken breast. I cut this into, I guess you could say chicken tenders or tenderloins. That's the size I wanted to cook these because it just cooks up quickly and easy on my griddle. I have some onion powder, some garlic powder, salt and pepper, and then I'm going to be adding a bit of lime juice in a minute. I just want to cook it a bit. And these right here are frozen. I did rinse them and let them thaw a bit, but these are frozen petite green beans. You could get them in the frozen department, of course. And these right here, the petite ones, they're so good. If you haven't cooked them or tried them, try them out. I feel honestly these are the best green beans because of the size and the texture, and it just takes your green beans to a whole nother level, as far as my opinion. And this is just a quick, simple, easy dinner. I'm starting to go live, and you know, this is probably like my third time, so there may not be a lot of people on here, but hello and welcome. And I'm just making Thursday night dinner. I was going to make a regular video, but I decided to do this and just do something different because I will be uploading in a few days one of my regular cooking videos. But I just felt like doing this and, you know, changing it up a bit. No edits, nothing, just a quick and easy dinner that you don't need a lot of measurements for. Just salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and lime, green beans. And then I am going to be having a side of brown rice. You could have any rice you like. I already cooked my rice according to the package for the brown instant rice, and I'm going to add it to the griddle at the very end to warm it up a bit and just get it nice and seasoned, because I just cooked it according to the directions and steamed it with nothing on it. I love chicken too. I have my laptop and things set up to where I could actually watch myself in the live, because I wanted to kind of see, you know, for the first time going live, or this is like the second, third time, just to see how my setup is working out, and I could read your guys' comments. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Yes, I had to turn my head and cover my mouth. All these spices, sometimes they make you sneeze. All right, I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick, and I'm gonna let this continue to cook, and then I'm gonna flip it. For my green beans, I am going to add just a little bit more. I can't believe it's not butter. I'm using I cannot believe it's not butter. You can use whatever butter you like whenever you cook. Just trying to be a bit more healthier. Well, I've always used this for quite some time. And just so these don't get crispy, because I don't want crispy green beans, I'm going to add just a bit of water and just let them steam like that. So this just creates steam, and it kind of just keeps the texture as far as, you know, how I want it. So I just don't want to have them crispied up like my chicken, I guess you could say. Okay, so let's toss and turn these. Ooh, one try to run away. Don't you try to get away. You little chicken, I'm eating you. Yummy. I'm playing. Oh my God. So that's kind of the stuff that goes down when you just make a video and you edit stuff like that out. So yeah. Okay, and I'm gonna move this one over here. Because for the griddle, it actually has the heat strip like that. So all the crispiness is gonna come from that little part. So I try to kind of rotate them and just give them all a chance to crisp up a bit in that area of the griddle. Let me see if I do that. I'm going to flip this one like that first. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some lime zest. I already sliced this in half. But before I give it a squeeze, I'm just going to add a bit of zest. You don't want to go too deep when you zest something. Of course, everybody probably knows it just gets a little bit bitter. Okay, we got a bit of zest, and now I'm going to go in with the lime juice. If you hear my neighbors back there, you could hear neighbors. You know, I have neighbors. So, I don't know if they're picking up on camera, but if they do, it's okay. This is alive and I'm going for it. So I wanted to flip that because I'm going to add a bit more lime, the other half. And welcome, I'm almost finished. This is gonna be so good. So I have some fresh lime, some lime zest, some garlic powder, onion powder, some pink Himalayan salt, some black and white peppercorn from the grinder. And yeah, so these are some chicken strips or tenderloins, whatever you wanna call it. I cut them myself because this cooks up quicker and I just didn't wanna do a whole breast. And then I have some greenies. And these actually have a bit of garlic powder on them, onion powder, salt and pepper too. I kind of kept the seasoning with this the same, except for I didn't add lime to this. I'm just keeping these the way they are. And do keep in mind, this is my first live, maybe my second live. And I know there's not going to be a lot of people on here right now. And you know, you got to start somewhere. So I'm just cooking something for Thursday night dinner. Hello. Going to turn this down because I just want to make sure this doesn't cook too quickly, because I want to make sure the inside gets cooked. I'm back here getting my rice ready. So this is what I have going on back here. I have my brown rice and I just cooked it. Now I'm going to rewarm it when I start cooking the rest of this, which is the rice. So I'm just getting my rice ready so I could just stick it on here when I'm ready. Let's get that started. And this water's in my This is actually in my kettle, so it's already warm. I like to keep this on this side. You don't want to overcook your chicken breast, that's for sure. This one's a bit thick, so I'll do that. And that's what I'm looking for, that nice golden crispiness. That's going to be so good. Just for a bit more seasoning, I'm just going to top it off with some sea salt. And the black pepper and the lime is what I'm going for as far as the taste that I want. So I'm going to give it a good dose of pepper. Oops, there. And maybe a little bit over here too. There we go. There we go. Oh, got some butter on here. And just keep in mind, I already know I've only done a couple lives so far, and I'm supposed to let people know ahead of time, I guess. That's something I didn't do, and I do know going live is totally different than making videos, and I'm not going to have a bunch of people on my live right away, but once again, you got to start somewhere, so I'm starting now. That's exactly what I want, right there. Nice and golden. The thicker ones, I believe, they're probably done too. I'm going to go ahead and scoop this over. Scoop this over. I'm going to add my rice because I need to warm it up a bit. And whoever's on here, I want to say hello. And I already know I was explaining to the other person that's on the live that I do know it takes time to get people on your lives, and you're supposed to let people know ahead of time. I will do that next time. But you got to start somewhere. So I fully understand lives are different than making just a video. So I understand why there's not a lot of people on here, and I'm enjoying myself. So it is what it is for now, and you got to start somewhere. So whoever's on here, this is some chicken. I cut it into chicken tenders or tender strips without breading. So I guess you could call them tenderloins. They were huge. I didn't want to cook just with big chicken breast. I have some garlic powder, onion powder, some sea salt, not sea salt, Himalayan pink salt, black and white peppercorn. And then I have some lime zest. And that's about it. I think these are done, nice and crispy. Now that's what I want. I want a nice char on here. I love this griddle because it gives a nice char and it tastes so good. I have some green beans, and these green beans are once again the frozen green beans. They're petite, they're really thin, and they're just really good. This is unseasoned whole grain brown rice, but it's instant. So it cooks up a bit quicker. So instant whole grain brown rice. I'm going to warm that up a bit, and I'm almost ready to eat. So I haven't seasoned this, it's just steamed rice. So I'm just going to hit it with the salt, just a bit of pepper. And I don't want much on here. I kind of like it as is when I'm cooking this. And let me get, where's my spoon? My spoon went MIA, so I'm just going to do this. Put just a tad of butter. Put that all around. Yes, I'm making a mess over here, but I will clean it. And I do have neighbors, so if you hear any banging and whatever's going on, doggies barking, they're the neighbors. And I have neighbors, you know, we all do. All right. Okay. You just want to rewarm this. I already steamed it once again. And a little bit of salt and pepper and butter on that. My utensils, I had a bunch of utensils. They're wooden. And they mysteriously are nowhere to be found. So I'm using these. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this down just a bit because my chicken's looking good. This is good. And I just want to warm this up. Okay. Almost ready. Yum, yum, yum. I'm all yum, yum, yum. Oh my God. All right, I'm getting me a plate. So let me get me something to wipe this off because I'm not going to set my plate on an area that has seasoning and little bits of stuff. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to have to get my little gadget that you could place all this stuff in. I actually have one, so they're not just laying on here, but I just didn't feel like getting it. So I have my plates. We're getting ready to plate this up. It's going to be delicious. I'm so happy to be having this because I've been craving this for some reason. I crave this sometimes, either this with broccoli, Brussels sprouts, or these green beans. And there is a bit of lime zest left, so let's get all that goodness on there. And let me go ahead and toss this rice a bit with a fork. Oh my goodness, that's good. All right. Looking good in the neighborhood. Okay, so I'm going to, which fork do I want to use? This one. Major decisions going on. Hello, everybody. Go ahead and say hi if you want to. Oh, there we go. Okay. Checking this out. All right, let's see here. So I'm going to go ahead and get me some of these. I want this one. Let's see which one looks good. This one looks nice and juicy. All right, should I just hook myself up with another little piece? Hell yes. Bam. All right, get my little green beans. Let me set my fork right here. Okay, now I'm gonna get some rice. All right, that's about enough for me. I will put this away after I eat. Let me turn it off. I do have a cover for this, or I do put, not a cover, but I'm going to put some tin foil over this while I eat. I'm going to let it cool, and then I will refrigerate it. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. And this is really tasty, simple, delicious. And this is what I'm going to be eating. Petite green beans with a bit of garlic powder, onion powder, sea salt, not sea salt once again. Any salt will do, any salt you like. But I have Himalayan pink salt and some black and white peppercorn. And this, I steamed it, and it's just whole grain brown rice. I steamed it, but I did add on the griddle a bit of butter, salt and pepper, and some garlic powder and onion powder. I think I added both onion powder and garlic powder. And then for here, really simple, easy chicken tenders without breading. These are nice and crispy. I like to crisp them up. I have some garlic powder, onion powder, Himalayan pink salt, black and white peppercorn with a zest of lemon and, or not lemon, let me rephrase that, some lime. I have some lime juice and the zest of lime. And this is it. So this is what I'm going to be having tonight. And I'll say it again. I don't know how many times I said this, but once again, I'm totally aware that when you go live, you're supposed to let people know ahead of time. And also, this is like my third live. So I know it's very different from just making a video once again. And everybody might not hop on. And, you know, you got to start somewhere. So I'm going to start doing lives. And I'm fairly new to it. So I do understand if there's like hardly not anybody on here. Or, you know, just a few people. But the people that are on here, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. This is so good. Let me taste one. I'm going to go ahead and taste one. Can we blow it off? Fully cooked, nice and tender on the inside. A nice char and just full of taste on the outside. This is the perfect size for me because you're not lacking on taste when you're actually just eating it. So everything on the outside actually is enough for the inside to taste like it has taste if you didn't marinate it, if that makes sense. Yeah, so without marinating this or anything, doing it this size, that's when it's really good for the seasoning when you're just cooking something quick like this. That's why I cut it into tenderloins or tenders or the size of tenders because these chicken breasts were huge. Oh my God. Let me take a bite of this. All right. That's my dinner. I'm going to go ahead and eat this for dinner. It's really amazing. I hope you could join my live. I know there was 4 or 5 people on here. Look forward to some more lives. I will be uploading one of my regular videos in a couple days. And yeah, thank you for who is watching and whoever keeps popping off and on. Hello, and I'll see you guys in my next upload. That looks so good. All right, have a nice rest of your Thursday. Whoever's tuning in, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And, you know, this is like my third live once again. And I like it, so I'll be doing more. So I appreciate everybody and anybody who actually got on here, which there was like up to 5 people at one point. And leave some comments next time if you can. And I'll see you guys in my next upload. My next upload for a regular video is going to be in a couple days. And I'll see you then.